Did you know that 65% of students are visual learners and 95% of your students watch YouTube regularly? Now imagine a platform that could combine the power of YouTube and visual learning together. Well, that's Edpuzzle. And now with the new Teams integration, you can assign an Edpuzzle video without your students ever leaving your Teams class. Hello, my name is Jorge Ledesma, the EdTech Director, and this is Tech Tip Tuesday, where I share a quick tip that's going to help make your life just a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and get started. Edpuzzle has just released their new Teams app, which allows you to assign Edpuzzle videos from within Microsoft Teams, as well as provide a tab in a channel allowing students to view your Edpuzzle library. Now I'm going to guide you through how to do those things, but first I want to talk a little bit about how to sign up for Edpuzzle if you haven't already done that. Now, sometime last year, I sent out an email to all teachers letting them know that we have a subscription to Edpuzzle. That means all teachers here on campus get a premium subscription. If you haven't already created your account, you can simply go to edpuzzle.com, click on sign up, click on I'm a teacher, and then sign in with Microsoft. Use your school email address and password to log in. After that, you'll have to send me a request for a access code to join our account. Those of you who already have an Edpuzzle account and you've been using it, I would recommend that you go to edpuzzle.com and you begin to organize your content before you start using the new Teams app. I would also recommend that you might have already created your classes manually, but in order for the new app to really work, I would recommend that you create your classes again, but this time using the new Teams functionality. So you have two options for creating your classes with the new team integration. It's fairly simple. First, you're going to want to archive any old classes you're no longer going to use by clicking on the three dots next to the class name and clicking on archive. It's not going to delete the class, it's just going to store it under the section called archive, so you can look at it later if you need to. Now I'm going to go up to the plus sign, and this time I'm going to select Microsoft Teams and select the class that I want to import, and that's it. My class will be added. All the students in that Teams will be added as well. So that's the first way. The second way will just happen within Teams, and a little bit later in this video you'll get to see how easy that is. Now you will know that your class is integrated between Edpuzzle and Teams if when you click on your class you see the Teams logo next to the class name. That means that integration is there. Now I've already made a video on how to create content within Edpuzzle. I'll put a link in the description below to that video so you can watch it. I'll briefly go through that process now. It's very simple. In Edpuzzle, you click on the button that says Discover. At the top of the search box, you look for a topic that you like, and then you can search between Community, My School, or YouTube to find videos on that topic. So here I've got a video on YouTube, Heim's Sacramental Principle. I like that video. I'm going to click on it, and I can see that other teachers have used this, including myself. The little teardrop there represents how many questions are embedded in that video. I can click on it, review it, and if I like those questions, I can keep them. If I don't, I can, when I copy it over to my own personal content library, I can edit it. But I like this video, so I'm going to go ahead and copy it. So I'm going to click on the button that says copy at the top. That's going to make it part of my content. And if I go back again, and click on my content, I will see that sacramental video here. Now, from here, I'm just going to move this over to a folder I created earlier called Tech Tip Tuesday, just to make it easier for me to find. And you can create folders just by clicking on that Add Folder button to organize your videos. So here I have a Tech Tip Tuesday folder, and I've got my Sacramental Principle video. I'm all set to go. So now I'm going to switch over to Teams to show you how to use the new Edpuzzle app. So here I've got my Teams class, and I have a couple of different options. I'm under a channel called Unit 2.1 Spring. I can go up here at the top, click on the plus sign, and I can add the Edpuzzle app to a channel. And if it doesn't show up in the list of available apps, I can just type in Edpuzzle. And then I'm going to click on Add. Now what this is going to do, it's just going to give me as a teacher, it's going to allow me to see all of my Edpuzzle content available in this class. Now, it turns out that this class has not been added to Edpuzzle. So it's going to do it now automatically for me. So that's just what I meant, that if you didn't have to create a class now, you can just do it all within Teams. So let's say this is my Religion 5 class. Now I want to go back to edpuzzle.com just to show you that connection that I made right now, just by installing the Edpuzzle app, has added my Religion 5 class to Edpuzzle automatically. And I'll know that they're connected because there'll be a Microsoft Teams symbol next to the name of the class. Now the Edpuzzle tab within Teams gives me a snapshot of the teacher dashboard, which allows me to see videos that have been assigned, that have been completed, that I still need to grade. I can also just click on the video once I actually assign one, and it'll let me grade it all within Teams without ever having to leave it. Now when students click on that Edpuzzle tab on the top of a channel, they will see the videos that you assigned along with videos that they've completed, again, without ever having to leave Microsoft Teams. Now let's focus on assignments. I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new assignment, and I'd like to assign that video by Father Himes that I found on Edpuzzle. So I'm going to go ahead and call this Himes video. And now I'm going to click on the button that says Apps and select the Edpuzzle app. This is going to allow me to see all the content that I have available in Edpuzzle in my account. And if you remember, I created a folder called Tech Tip Tuesday, and in there I had a video on the sacramental principle. I'm going to click on that video, and I'm going to go ahead and click Assign. I'm going to turn on Prevent Skipping so that students can't skip through it, and I make sure that they watch it all. And I'm going to also turn on closed captions because it makes it easier for students. And then I'm going to click Assign. Save. And let's click on Assign again. So now that video is assigned to everybody in this class, and they should get a notification of it. Let's go to the student view to see what they're looking at on their end. So on the student's end, they will now have a link directly to the Edpuzzle video, and if they click on it, it will open up the video for them in Teams without them having to go to Edpuzzle directly. So they can click play, watch the video, answer all of the questions, and then close this window. Now it's important to remind students that they still have to click on the button that shows up here in the right hand corner that says Turn in order for their submission to be timestamped. Now I want to show you a recent video that I assigned called Heaven and Earth, and I assigned it for my Period 2 class, and this is what it's going to look like on the teacher's end. I can see the status of whether or not it was turned in, but if I click on an individual submission, I will not be able to see a student's Edpuzzle progress. In order to view that information, that's when I have to go to the Edpuzzle app, which I added here under my 2.2 channel. I have my Edpuzzle tab. I click on it, and then this will give me the information that I need. I will be able to see who completed it, when it was turned in, including the responses, and I can grade it from this window. So if you want to save yourself some time and having to travel between Edpuzzle and Teams, I would say install the Edpuzzle tab at the top of one of your channels, and you can view your assignments and grade them directly from within Teams. So that's it for today's Tech Tip Tuesday. I hope that this is helpful for you. If you have any questions or need some help setting up your Edpuzzle, or just would like it demoed for you, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week.